Not at all. So diversification is about that when assets are looked at together, they outperform assets that are looked at individually. For instance, the argument goes that if you have a butchery, if you have 100 butcheries, and if you had maybe 80 butcheries and 20 cowshes, the person with 80 butcheries and 20 cowshes is better because for you have concentration risk. You are in one industry. That is true. Don't put your eggs in one basket. That is true as long as your net worth is above $100,000. So many people who quote that thing, they don't even understand where it came from. Can I tell you where it came from? It came from Henry Markowitz, 1952, Nobel laureate. He's the one who invented or conceptualized the idea that assets bulk together outperform those that are individual. But it's not a principle that is applied on early days. Early days, your answer is GBU, gold-based investment. You are investing based on gold because of limited.
You're dropping Japan without explaining themselves.
Okay, let's take a step back. Gold-based investment, GBI.
Okay.
Gold-based. So it is based on goals. You see what I'm talking about? Because of the limited financial capacity you have. One day, one guy, this guy I really like, they're called Ogieks. There's an Ogiek saying that says, the man who has sent fair will hear the footsteps of ancestors, thinking it is the girlfriend that's finally arrived. You see that? Because the only objective he has now is that I've sent fair, girlfriend is coming.
Can I ask you another question? The controversial ones that you see. What is the problem with land investing?
Land investment is a game of the fools. It's a foolish game, especially let me qualify, especially if you're below $100,000 net worth. So when you look at your net worth number, by the way, if the only thing that is advancing every year, if the only thing that changed between last year and this year is your age, you need to call yourself to a meeting. One of the things you should be monitoring is your net worth. How much are you worth today? Fantastic. So before $100,000, you need to work on growth assets. These are those assets that the risk is a bit higher, right? But the return is as good. So the question then becomes, how do you mitigate for that? There are about 5 salient features of any investment. Now, those investment features are purely dependent on your goals and level of progress, like where you are in your journey. Okay? So I'll quickly give them very fast. I hope you don't mind.
No, I don't.
So any investment that anybody puts on your table, I want you to use this model. This model was developed by World Bank. This is a research-based model. The first thing that you have to check anytime you're looking at an investment is cash flow. All right? So does it have cash flow? I.e., when I put my money there, is that money going to come out or is that money stuck until the maturity? So when I look at land, I put down my 2 million shillings today. What do I get in return? I get the taxes, land taxes, sorry. That's what I get in return. What I get in return is now all these land rates. That's what you get. You're getting more expenses, right? So if I took the same money and put in bonds, I'm already earning. If I took the same money, I'm buying 10,000 apartments, through syndication. So what happens is, myself and my community members, people like you now, for instance, you can buy an apartment for the price of an iPhone. So what we have done is that we have been able to create a structure that enables an ordinary, even a border man, you can enter into the real estate game immediately. You see what I'm talking about? So the cash flow is a very important aspect of any investment. So what is the speed to cash flow? There are those investments where the speed to cash flow is the one. For instance, how we buy our apartments, we have 25 very unique variables we look at. One of them is it income earning? And is that income at least 1% of the asset value? So that the payback is under 10 years. So the day we pay for that apartment, that day we are earning. See what I'm talking about now? So which is better? You have put your 2 million and you're waiting to see if money comes out, and then you put and you start earning. Earning, obviously, even intuitively. All right, fantastic. There are those assets where you wait 6 months. For instance, you can enter into an equity fund. So equity funds are those funds that are composed of many companies. You see what I'm talking about? Like how shares are listed. Those are all organizations. You're buying shares. You have bought shares. Okay? What are you earning? You're earning dividends, and you're also going to jump on the capital appreciation because the value of the business is going up. Fantastic. So in that regard, you enter such a fund, you have a lock period of 6 months. But after 6 months, let's say you put in 10 million, and these are 20% equity fund. After 6 months, on month 7, you start to cash flow. meaning you start to get some money back. What you do with that money is a different story, because many times before you reach $100,000, you're not even permitted to touch that money. That money should go back and compound so that it maximizes the compounding power of your cash. Okay.
Compound interest.
Compound
But
interest.
we learn interest.
The problem is nobody talks. We were taught to calculate for other people. Because they didn't tell us the implication of compound. Even boss, me, I have 2 master's degrees and I didn't understand how money works. Even after having 2 master's degrees.
You want to go to the financial thing to start understanding.
Yes, but I didn't understand how money works. I understood how to measure.
Number one,
to measure outcomes.
So cash flow.
Number two, liquidity. How liquid is the investment on exit? Beautiful assets, the liquidity is T+3. And the reason why liquidity is such an important metric is because if I get an opportunity right now, I should be able to immediately liquidate my position and secure the opportunity. For instance, right now I'm in the middle of the transaction, so I match capital to opportunities. I'm in the middle of a transaction of a distressed half-acre on Kiambu Road. Somebody put in, I think, 45 million. So half-acre plus a fully built house with a swimming pool, but it's drained, right? Worth 48 million. Do you know how much it's been sold for right now? Take a guess.
20.
18 million. So now me, if I'm your consultant, say I'm hunting for these opportunities to pitch you. So I will come and tell you, look here, there's an opportunity to buy 5 years. I didn't say there's an opportunity to double our money. Are you hearing the language is different?
Yeah.
The language is in years. Because money is your life, so you count money in years, not in cash. And I've made 200%. No, what does that mean for you in years? So I can come and say, I see your portfolio, Jagero. I know it is how much money you have in liquid funds or all these places. We can divert. As long as the paperwork checks out, we're going to take 18 million here, right? Secure this distressed asset. Now you doubled your money like this in a day just because you had what? Liquidity. So investments that are preferred are those investments that are illiquid in the short run, but liquid, very liquid. You can convert it quickly. You can convert bonds. If you are holding bonds right now and you want your cash in 2 days, 3 days, you have your money. Even if it's 100, even if it's 3, even if it's 1, you get it in 3 days. You get it out because the asset class is highly liquid. Now, individuals. Now, these are Harvard Business Review study. That individuals who invested in short-term liquid assets outperform those who did it by something like 48%. And the argument is that these individuals who had investments that are easy to liquidate secured more opportunities over time. You see, so for you might sit out. Why? Because while this 18 million is something you can afford, you have land worth 50 million. But where is it? So you buy this opportunity now. You have land. Buy this, we see. You can't because the cash conversion is completely insane. Now, that thing of land investment is a scam. I learned it as a person. It's not I read it, there's no book I read it anywhere. I learned it as a person, first-hand experience. With my general income, I raised 200,000. Borrowed 730, altogether 930,000 shillings, secured a piece of plot on Kitengela, Kilimani. I was like, super, I'm going to be rich. Now, I took a loan. So 2014, I finished paying the loan, 1.2 million shillings in. So this 1.2 million shillings, exactly what these guys told me happened. The land is starting to grow. You know, so the land I bought at 930. By 2015, that land was about 1.8, 1.5. 2018, 1.8. By 2020, the land is like 2.1, 2.2. 2022, and I asked my land agent, I said, hey boss, you are rich. Or even Range Rover, you know, with white leather seats from Italy, Tuscany leather, right? Shock on you. See, now the value is 2.5. I said, no problem. 2023, I'm tanking, right? As I'm tanking financially, what do? You start selling assets. You see, I didn't even know. That's not how you build wealth. Okay, so you start selling assets. I put this thing on the market. In 2023 for 2.5 January. Nothing happens. February, nothing happens. You see how liquidity is such a big thing. Now, how does land score on cash flow? 0 for 0 because there's no cash flow. Okay. Number 2, liquidity. Now you want to convert it because you want to secure an opportunity. In August of 2023, I was at 2 million. Nobody gave me anything. Nothing. January of 2024, which is just last year, I'm now at 1.5 million. I'm saying, please, somebody just buy this land at 500. At the market is 2.5. I even have a valuation. I'll give you $1 million in exchange. No. By August of last year, I'm back to my $2. So, and you want to tell me that land is an investment? You must be out of your mind. Land is an investment in urban areas, but the ticket price in urban areas, best of luck to you. You see what I'm talking about now? So it is not an investment.
If you want to buy land in Lavington, it is.
Yes, it's crazy. So if you tell me you want investment grade real estate land banking, then that is what you should be talking about. As a matter of fact, statistically, guess how much money we have held in land banking in the metropolis? Check again. 3 times our economy. Yeah, this thing is something like 14 trillion.
So are we at 0.3 or 0.2?
I'm now on point 2, that you cannot convert that land to cash at will.
Liquidity is
all right. So one of the foremost respected business lady leaders, I just can't say her name, but you know who I'm talking about, very sophisticated, started work on radio for very many years, and very respected director, does business. Right now, I've been one of the most steady people. As a matter of fact, flowers to her, she will never promote something she never uses. I love that stability. She came on Instagram recently, 2-4 weeks ago, and she said, guys, I have my property in Nanyuki. I've been trying to sell. Nobody is buying. That's the day I'm just from Tanking and TV. We said that land is not an investment and the country went wild. I said, let's meet and debate. Let's have a debate. Let's have numbers. So she came herself and said, you know, me and God is just now. She had by herself. And when you do that, you could be holding land because you know that's what you were taught. That buy land, if you appreciate, after that, nobody is manufacturing that stuff anymore. In the end, you'll be rich. You'll be completely rich. You'll be asset rich, but penny poor. So we're on liquidity.
Yes, number 3.
Fantastic. So, yeah. the way unanipeleka mbio wewe jagero wewe. Hey, I promise you owe me, I swear. They have pushed me like this. Okay, here's number 3, capital appreciation. An investment is an investment, it has an upside now. There land begins to win. But the problem, you have scored 0 on cash flow, you have scored 0 on liquidity. Now on capital appreciation, you now have some capital appreciation agreed, right? But let me ask you, what do you think is average land appreciation rate in Kenya?
I have no clue.
Maybe 10% per year?
Probably
8%, right? I mean, the yield is actually between 8 and 12. You are very spot on right now. Equity funds can do 300% in 2 years. I can demonstrate. In 2021 September, go and check it. Facebook lost how many? What percent? Facebook shared 90% of its value. 90%. But again, you know, the numbers you see there mean nothing. Because once you understand finance, you realize that the underlying asset is what matters. So when you look at the enterprise value on Facebook, when the market dropped from, it was like $300 per share, went to something like $90 per share. The enterprise value at all times, that time, right? So let me map for you that thing very clearly so you don't get confused. So there's the market price. Market price. That's the price you see at the stock exchange. It's a reflection of sentiment more than value.